Hi everyone, I am Varshini G P, studying in Urban International Residential School in class HS3G, and our school has organized online classes for all, and it's going successfully. I thank all my teachers, and especially I thank my science teacher who gave me this opportunity. Today I am going to teach about chemical reactions and equations. In this chapter, we are going to learn about chemical reactions, chemical equations, combinations, exothermic, decomposition, endothermic, displacement, precipitation, double displacement, oxidation, reduction, redox, rusting, rancidity. Do you know what happens when milk is left at room temperature during summer? Yes, curdling of milk takes place. What happens when we respire? Releases of energy takes place with the help of enzymes. Physical change. In physical change, no new substances are formed. Example, boiling of water. Chemical change. In a chemical change, a new substances are formed. Example, rusting of iron. Do you know what is a chemical reaction? Yeah. Chemical reaction is a process by which the atom of one or more substances are rearranged to the form of different substances. What happens when a magnesium ribbon is burnt in air? Magnesium ribbon burns with a dazzling white flame and change into a white powder. This powder is magnesium oxide. It is a form due to the reaction between magnesium and oxygen present in the air. What happens when potassium iodine is added to the test tube containing lead nitrate solution? When potassium iodine react with the lead nitrate, it forms potassium nitrate and lead iodine. It's changed its color to white to yellow PPT because it is soluble in water. It also called as precipitation reaction. The characteristics of chemical reactions: change in state, change in color, evolutions of gas, change in temperature, formation of precipitation. Chemical equation. The method of representing a chemical reactions with the help of symbols and formulas of the substances involved in it is known as chemical equation. Reactants. The starting materials are called reactants. Product. The ending materials are called products. Skeleton equation. It is the number of atoms of the elements in a chemical equations. It is not an equal on the both the sides. Balance equation. A balanced chemical equations means total number of atoms on each element is equal on the both the sides of a chemical reaction. Types of chemical reactions: combination reactions, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, double displacement reaction. In combination reaction, a reaction in which two or more reactions combine to form a single product is called combination reaction. Do you know why wall after whitewashing appearance shiny after a few days? Yes. Slaked lime, calcium hydrogen used to form whitewashing reacts slowly with the carbon dioxide in the air to form a thin layer of calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate gives a shiny finishing to the walls. Exothermic reaction. A reaction in which heat is released along with the formation of products. Experiment. Fluorosulfur crystals are heated in a dry test tube. Before heating, the crystals are green in color. After heating, they turn into white. The gas evolved is identified by the characteristics of burning sulfur, and fluorosulfur crystals loses water when heated and the color of the crystals change. Thermal decomposition reaction. When a decomposition reaction is carried out by the heating. What is decomposition reaction? The reaction in which a compound split into two or more simple substances. What change do you observe when 2 grams of lead nitrate powder is heated in a test tube? Heating of lead nitrate powder produces brown fumes of nitrogen dioxide. What happens when 2 grams of silver chloride taken in a china dish is kept exposed to the sunlight? Silver chloride decomposes into silver and chlorine. The white silver chloride turns gray when exposed to the sunlight. Endothermic reaction. Reaction in which energy is absorbed in the form of heat, light, or electricity to break reactants. Displacement reaction. The chemical reaction in which more reactive elements displace less reactive elements from its salt solution. And zinc is more reactive than the copper. Precipitation reaction. When two soluble compounds mix and an insoluble compound is produced. This is called precipitation reaction. Why does the color of copper sulfate solution change when an iron nail is displaced in it? When an iron nail is placed in a copper sulfate solution, iron displaces copper from the copper sulfate solution, forming an iron sulfate which is green in color. The blue color of copper sulfate solution fade and green color appears. Double displacement reaction. Reaction in which iron are exchanged between the two reactants forming a new compound is called double displacement reaction. Oxidation. Adding of oxygen or removing of hydrogen from a compound is known as oxidation. Some oxidation reacts in our daily life. Shiny iron articles on export to moist air to get rust. Copper articles on export to air to get contact with greenish layer. Fats and oils in our food left for a long time get oxidized. What do you mean by reduction? Adding of hydrogen or removing of oxygen from a compound is known as reduction. And what do you mean by redox reaction? In a chemical reaction, if oxidation and reduction both takes place simultaneously, then it is called as redox reaction. Rusting of iron. The process in which iron articles get coated with a reddish brown powder when exposed to the moist air is called as rusting of iron. Do you know what is the formula of rusting of iron? Here it is. Corrosion. When a metal is exposed to the substances around it, such as moistures, acids, etc., for sometimes a layer of hydrated oxide is formed. This process is called as corrosion. And how it appears? Corrosion damages the car bodies, etc. Do you know what is rancidity? The oxidation of fat and oil when exposed to the air is known as rancidity. And last, what do you mean by antioxidants? A substance that inhibit oxidation, especially one used to contract the deterioration of stored food products, are called antioxidations. Do you know why rancidity will takes place? Filling an intergases like nitrogen in packets containing food items and by adding antioxidants to the vegetables. Thank you.